Good morning, grade 4s. Today we're going to talk about creating bar graphs and pictographs. So I have a blank graph here and I'm going to make every single little detail about it to make it into a bar graph. Let's start with this. I'm going to read the description. It's always a good idea to read closely what they want because you don't want to miss anything and you don't want to mess anything up. So it says, create a bar graph on the amount of toilet paper each family bought. The Peters bought 8 rolls. The Fairs bought 12 rolls, and the Vreemans bought 4. Okay, there we go. So in this case, I noticed that there's already a scale along here. So this is going to be a horizontal bar graph because the bars are going to come out this way. So the first thing I need to do is I need to add my title and I need to add my scales. So I know this graph is about toilet paper, so I'm going to write a title that is about toilet paper. Toilet paper per family. There we go. I have a nice color. I'm just writing in red so that you guys can see what I've done and what the actual picture has done. You're better writing in pencil, just so you know. And now let's add a scale over here. We want toilet paper. We have 8, we have 12, we have 4, because those are pretty big numbers. I might want to go every other line so that I can fit all of those in. So let's go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, so on. And then I'm also going to label this with number of rolls. I usually like to underline my titles and my labels so that they stand out. And then along here I'm going to put the families. So we have the Peters. And then I'm going to leave a space. It's always good to leave spaces in between each of your bars. You don't want them to connect. We have the Fairs. And we have the Vreemans. There, and I have another 2 spaces down here. That's not the end of the world. I don't mind that, as long as there's some spaces in between your bars there. And now we need to put down how many toilet paper rolls each family group bought. So we're going to start with the Peters. The Peters bought 8 rolls. So I might use my ruler to help me out. I'm going to go to 8 rolls, and then I'm just going to bring it up. That's where the Peters is, and I'm just going to draw a line where the Peters are, like that. That tells me that they bought 8 rolls. Once I've drawn that line, I can connect the actual bars. It is best to use a ruler because then you are going to get nice and straight bars, and those always look better than crooked bars. And then we just color it in. I'm using lines because I'm in a pen, but you can color with a pencil fully. There you go. Now I go to the Fairs. The Fairs bought 12 rolls. So once again, I'm going to take my trusty ruler. I'm going to line it up with the 12, and I'm going to go up to where the Fairs are. There's the Fairs right there. So I'm going to draw my line right there. Lovely. Once I have my vertical line, I'm going to draw my horizontal bar. So using my ruler, 1 there, and 1 there, and then I color it in. And the final one, the Vreemans, only 4 rolls of toilet paper. So I'm going to take my line, going to go to where the Vreemans are, and then I'm going to draw my 2 horizontal lines to make my bar. And then I color it in. And there I have a very nice bar graph. Now what about pictographs? What if we want to do some work on pictographs? Well, let's take a look here. So we have another question. Let's read it together for a minute. Create a pictograph on the number of pets each family has. Bob has 4 pets. Bill has 8 pets. Joan has 2 pets. And Lana has 5 pets. So now we're talking about the amount of pets each one has. Once again, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with our labels and our titles. So we need a title for this graph. And the title can be something like number of pets. There we go. Then I'm going to write down all of the names of my people. Once again, I want to leave spaces because I'm going to have to draw pictures. So I'm going to leave some fairly big spaces here. So we will go Bob, and then we'll go Bill, and then we'll go Joan, and then we'll go Lana. There we have all our names. Now we just have to draw the cats or the pictures. Now, if I look at this cat, we have a scale here. 1 cat face equals 2 pets. So you have to count how many groups of 2 fit in each person's pets. So for example, Bob here has 4 pets. So I'm going to count by 2s to see how many pets I need to draw. 2, 4. Now I'm at 4, so I need to draw 2 cats to go along with that. So I draw 1 cat, and I draw another cat. There we go. What about Bill? Bill has 8 pets. So once again, I'm going to start counting by 2s because my scale is 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. To get to 8, I need 4 cats. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 cats. Now Joan has 2 pets, so once again I'm going to count by 2s. 2. I'm right at 2 there, so Joan has just 1 cat attached to her name, like that. And finally we're at Lana. Now Lana has 5 pets. Let's try our counting trick. 2, 4, 6. 6 is too big. So there's 2 cats, but that's only 4. So we need 2 cats and 1 more cat somehow. So I'm going to start by drawing those 2 cats. This shows 4 pets altogether. If I want to draw 5 pets, I'm going to have to do half of 2. Because half of 2 is just 1 pet. So what that looks like is I actually have to draw half of a cat face to show that she has 5. So that's 2, 4, and 1 more 5. You probably will not have to do this today, but it's good to see that's what you do if you have a number that's off like that. How interesting is that? And then we just check to make sure our numbers line up. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 2, 4, 5. Looks good to me. So there you go, grade 4s.